Hey everyone, it's Heather Legge here again, and I'm so excited to share with you my 3 steps to feeling more productive and in control of your time usage. Oh, and happy. Yeah, don't forget that. So it's time blocking and using a calendar. You can see mine maybe a little bit behind us here. That's okay. You don't need the specifics. I'm going to walk you through it. So you can tell it's very colorful, and this this topic came up several times recently, and just yesterday I was talking with a client about it, and uh, it just I don't know. I'm amazed at how priceless this has been for me and what a difference it's made in terms of how productive and happy and in control I feel of my time, my life, my business. And I want to share that with everyone. I want that for you as well. So, step 1, know what you want on your calendar and what you don't want. So decide what should be on there. And this is all in one calendar. I decided a long time ago that I needed everything in one calendar, and that includes exercise, personal stuff, household things. Sometimes I'm a committee chair or a board member for an organization I'm a member of, and those things all have to go in there. And the time it takes to maybe run those reports or prepare for those meetings and, you know, drive time, all of it, like everything needs to be kind of figured out. So, number 2, pick a time in the future. So I'm going to suggest you pick about roughly 3 months out, and you either sit down with your preferred calendar tool, whatever it is, Outlook, Google Calendar, it doesn't even matter. Or what I do a lot of times with the client is we take a blank sheet of notebook paper and we draw out a week, Sunday through Saturday, or I don't care what order it's in, whatever works for you. The times that you're awake, everything it slots in according to what is going to work the best for your flow. Now, it might take you some trial and error, and yeah, for a lot of you watching, this isn't going to be new, but maybe it'll be a great refresher. And for some of you, you'd be like, I did this a while ago, it worked really well, I got away from it, and just, it's human nature. It's okay. Move on. None of us are perfect. So, my advice is create that ideal calendar for a date in the future as to what a perfect week would look like for you. And this means putting recurring time blocked appointments in for things like sales, marketing, administrative tasks, financial. So for me, I have categories, and that's what the colors are. So for instance, I use gray for the recurring administrative tasks. So that's a lot of different things. I have several different colors of green for sales and marketing and clients and, or not marketing, that's gray, administrative tasks. You get the idea. Networking, physical exercise, I have them categorized and colored so that when I look at it real quickly, I can decide, does this person is asking if they can meet with me during this date and time slot, but I have that previously blocked for clients, for instance. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, primarily all afternoon is client time. So if I have someone who is interested in working with me, if it's a sales related meeting, or if it's networking, they just want to, maybe it's more of a friend thing, a networking colleague, friend, coffee, or a glass of wine or something. I'm going to put that in a period of time that I've previously identified as perfect networking time. So that's early mornings, some lunches. Lunches are a different thing for me, and some later after work times. So I'll ask them, would Tuesday at 7 or Thursday at 4:30 work for you instead, right? Because I already have those identified as networking times. Or if it's someone who is interested in working with me, it's more of a sales related conversation, I'll slot that into blocks of time I have relegated to sales. So instead of saying, yes, I'm available during that time, even if I'm available, it doesn't matter. I try to always match up that requested appointment, or if I'm requesting the meeting, I'll put different dates and times in that match that category of the appointment. I hope this is making sense. So you take your ideal week, You start slotting things in now and working toward, say, that 3 months from now, things should be matching up a lot better. And the third thing is you have to stick with it. You have to have the discipline to slot those meetings into the time blocks where you've said these are the perfect chunks of time. Again, there's going to be some trial and error, but you'll figure it out. And when you hold yourself to it and you have set aside time for, say, an administrative task, and someone calls and says, hey, I want to work with you, can you meet Tuesday at 2:30? And you say, well, yes, I'd love to meet with you, but could you meet instead Wednesday morning at 9, Thursday morning at 10, or next week, whatever. You see, the thing is, don't just say yes if you're technically available. And yeah, it's easy for us business owners to make the mistake, fall into the trap of saying yes to something that feels revenue generating and override anything that doesn't have a deadline, that is more administrative, planning. But guess what? A successful business does not work without all those components. So you have to find a way to fit all these things into a calendar. If your work-life balance is suffering, guess what? I just gave you the key. Whatever you make a priority and you put on your calendar, that third key, sticking with it, keeping those promises to yourself, is the key to success and happiness, control of your time, productivity. I don't know. Anyway, I believe strongly, obviously, in the power of this calendar time blocking system and those three keys. Decide what you want and what you don't want on your calendar. Pick a date in the future, map out your ideal week. Again, understanding it may take you some trial and error to get to that perfect week. And then you stick to it. Don't just say yes, say what about X, Y, or Z instead. And it works. It just works. So, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.